Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chat and Craft with Lorraine. My name is Lorraine Tierney, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I love to make cards. I love to send cards. I like to share cards. I love, excuse me, to help other people make cards. But today we're not going to make a card. Today we're going to make an Easter treat that I think you might want to make. You could give it out to people at work. You could send it to school with a child or a grandchild, or you could have it on a table anytime this spring. Really, it's kind of a spring treat, and it's with Hershey Kisses, and it's a butterfly. I think you'll like it. So let me turn my camera around and get started. And please don't forget to say hi if you're watching and leave me a comment. It'll make my day. If you like or share the video, that will help more people have fun with us, and that would be great. So let me show you first what it looks like that we're making. It's this little butterfly. It's so cool. So it holds 4 Hershey Kisses. You see both sides of your designer series paper with this little thing, and it stands just like that. And it's just, you can make one in about 10 minutes. It's really fun. This one is the mixed media florals paper. I did my first one in some retired zinnia paper, and you can see I curled these a little tighter. I like them a little bit looser, but it's up to you. Thanks, Jan. And then this one I did in Unbounded Love, Unbounded Beauty, Unbounded Love paper, another paper. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is make one of these templates so that you can make more of these and make them easily. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. You're going to start with a piece of cardstock that is 1 by 10. And as you can see, I've scored it down the middle at 1/2 inch. Okay. And you can do that on your trimmer. But for this, we're going to use the scoreboard because this will be a little bit easier. So now we are going to score this at, ignore these little markers up here, they're not in the right place, but we're going to score this at 1 inch. I'm using the fatter end of the stylus, 4 1/4 inches, and 7 1/2 inches. Okay. And I want some pretty good score lines there. Now we're not going to fold on those score lines. No folding, no adhesive. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to cut off the score lines, but I'm going to stop just a little bit above that 1/2 inch line. You could just score half of it if you want. I give Brenda Quintana credit for this original design. She has you just score halfway. I always forget to score halfway, so I score the whole way, but I don't cut the whole thing off. I'm going to cut up on either side of that score line so that I'm above the halfway part, and I just lifted that up so you could see that, and then I'm going to cut that off. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm cutting on either side of the score line, and I'm going right up a little bit beyond that halfway point and just cutting that off. And this will be our template. This is not part of our finished product, but we need to make these little marks on our designer series paper. Now, I think, see, this one has the green on the top and the print on the bottom. I think if I turn my paper over this time, I'll get this print on the top and the green on the bottom. So I want to try that. So what I'm going to do is put my piece of DSP, which is also 1 by 10. I'm going to put it underneath there, and I'm just going to mark this, and we're going to cut those out the same way. You could mark it every time on your scoreboard, but designer series paper can sometimes rip when you score it. I think this is easier. Okay, so let's just cut those out. Bear with me for a second to do that. And don't worry about your pencil marks. If you leave pencil marks, they will not show. They're in the center of the butterfly and you won't see them. Just fold it up and then snip it off. Oops, there we go. Now the other one. And then these are easy peasy to put together. Oops, I didn't go quite up high enough. Sorry, I guess I can't chat and snip at the same time. Today is a perfect day for crafting here in New Hampshire. It's chilly and gray, and it looks like it's going to rain. I think there was rain in the forecast, so it's a good day to stay inside. Okay. So now I have two of these that are exactly the same. They have their slits cut out of them, and I have the smallest portion over here on the left. So I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to take the left side, and I'm going to fold it over here so that my openings match up. Hi, Deb. And then I'm going to take the left side and fold it in the back and line those up again so that they all line up. Now I need to do the other side. So I have a handy dandy little binder clip that I'm going to put off to the side. I want to leave that opening available. Hi, Bobby. You're in Oklahoma today. Thanks for joining. And did I say hi, Deb? I think I did. We're going to do that same thing again now with this one. The left side comes to the front and lines up. The right side goes to the back and lines up. And this is the two parts of our butterfly. And so we want to make sure that the longer flaps are pointing away. I don't want one pointing at me like this. I want it pointing away. And then we're going to put these two pieces in together. And you want to make sure that your taller flaps are going to end up next to each other. Okay? So you're going to put these two in and they fit together just like that. And that's the basis of your butterfly. Now you can open these up a little bit because we're going to put our Hershey treat holders in there. Save that for the next one that you want to make. Now I have a 4-inch by 4-inch square, whoops, of coordinating cardstock. So I've used Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to score this at, I'm very lopsided. Okay, there we go. Very lopsided here. I'm going to score this at 1, 2, and 3. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to bring in my trimmer and a little skewer, like a shish kebab skewer. that I'm going to use in a couple minutes. Okay, now I'm going to turn this 90 degrees so I cut it across those score lines because I'm making 4 kiss folders. I'm cutting it at 1 inch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Oops. So these just get folded on each score line, and you can fold them right into a triangle. Okay. And I'm going to squish it just a little bit and put the point in. The point does not have the doubled over piece there. Hi, Jackie. I'm going to put the point in first and then just squish it a little bit or squish it a lot. It's going to get popped back out when we put our Hershey Kiss in there. So I do this again. I'm not even using a bone folder. You don't need to. Just go like that. The point that's away from the doubled edge is going to go in first. Actually, I was doing it that way, but it might be easier to have that doubled edge be on one of the sides. I don't know. No, I like it. I can hold it this way. It's working. Don't mess with it. Okay, so there's 2 of those in there. And we keep going. And we're going to put, and just fold it into a triangle. And then work the edges in. That one's caught a little bit. There we go. And one last one. Hi, Jerry. And then congratulations, Jerry, on a new great-grandchild. So exciting. And then the last one in. Okay, so we have our 4 wings of our butterfly, and I did get the floral on the top. Well, not floral, but the colorful part on the top, and the other color on the bottom. I think you'll love making these butterflies, Mary. So I'm just squishing down the tip of that Hershey Kiss a little bit. I put the point in first and then the other part and push it in a little bit. You don't even need any adhesive, which means it's also easier for people to get the candy out and eat it. Okay, just squish that down so you're not unwrapping it when you're sliding it in. One more. And there are your butterfly wings, just like that. And now, oh, I lost that little skewer, goes rolling off all the time. Now I'm going to take that little skewer and I'm just going to wrap the paper around it. I'm trying to keep it tucked in. Sometimes it's a little tough to start. And I just roll it till I'm down and touching that first wing there. And then you can either leave it tight or I like to have it be a little bit looser. And I'll do this one. There you go. And there is another butterfly. I hope you like those. So I have them in a few different papers. This was my first one, my prototype. And then we have these. So they're not too hard to make. They don't take too long. I think they'd look great on an Easter table. You could put, a little tag across the front, or tie something on that had somebody's name if you wanted, just like that, or just have them be a little butterfly. Oh, Judy, I'm glad you like them. So there you have it. A cute little treat for springtime, Easter, for Mother's Day. It could be a fun little thing to give out. Anything like that. Hi, Sherry. So I hope you'll like this video. I hope you'll come back and watch it again and try it. Be sure to make yourself a template so that you can make lots of these, because you'll have lots of Hershey Kisses in your bag. And don't forget to sample a couple, because you can be sure I did. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. Have a great rest of your Saturday. I'll be back Sunday night with my regular video, but I missed Thursday night, so I thought I would jump on today. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.